What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode of our Book Two Ghost. Okay, this is season one, episode eight. Family first. So we get into the episode, and this is homecoming week. Okay, so the issue that's going on now is Tariq finally got some of the re-up, but it's not everything. Braden comes in, notices that it's half the supply, and this is the wrong weekend for it to be like this because, like I said, it's homecoming weekend. And at this point, they just got to do what they got to do. Um, so they gonna figure that out. Next thing you know, we see Tariq goes over there to his canonical study class. He's late. All the seats are filled. Why? Because of it's family weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's also family weekends. We got everybody coming in for homecoming and parents coming in and everything. And, so all the seats are taken. Tariq is the only one, the odd man out at this point, and um light skinned Keisha and her mama are literally the same, okay? Because when old boy dropped her stuff off for her tutoring stuff, when mama opened up the door and she was like, I know you ain't paying these people for no tutor. I know you not. She was like, girl, just give me my study guide. It's okay, And they was just going trading barbs back and forth in the classroom with Lauren's mom too, which I love. Even though I don't like it was like regular down to earth folks versus uppity black folks that, all of a sudden got some little standards in life or whatever, and so they think they're a little bit better, and so they trade in barbs back and forth about the movie, the book that they're reading, Invisible Man, and they just doing all that stuff. And one particular question that was asked about, the book and truth and secrets and stuff like that, whatever. Professor Reynolds, aka Jabari, that man gotta go because something is wrong with him. You are literally obsessed with Milgram, and it is not a good look. Like, you really think that she out here having an affair with Tariq? Tariq gives a certain answer, about the book that he wasn't looking for or didn't think that he was gonna say. And then when he meets him outside, he's like, because Tariq has to give him his extra credit paper. Remember that extra credit paper on the love, interest, and stuff like that he gonna use, trying to get information out of Tariq to see if he's gonna put out there that or imply that he's doing something with a professor in the school or whatever, so he can put in his book as well, because remember the plagiarism stuff, okay? And so Tariq gives it to him, trying to make up for a failed paper that he did or whatever. And he was like, that answer that you gave me, it feels like you're holding back. I know that you're going through a difficult time seeing everybody here without, their you without your parents or whatever. I know you're going through a difficult time. Just remember that you can always call on me and talk to me about stuff, okay? And I still feel like you're holding back. And I'm sitting here like, Jabari, you need to just calm the fuck down. And at this point in time, I really do feel like I'm not understanding. Some of y'all may be here for the storyline between the teachers, the professors, Jabari and Professor Milgram Carey. I just don't understand it. Okay, I don't get, like, it's episode 8, and I'm not even all the way done with the episode yet, and it's still not bringing into fruition what these characters, what's the purpose of these characters, okay? Because I truly don't care about the fact that he's obsessed with her. She's a sex addict. She's fucking a student. What does that have to do with Tariq getting Tasha out of jail and selling drugs? That's what we want to know about, okay? What is that? We don't care about this side ass plot line or whatever this is. And so at this point, Tariq basically said, he was like, you can trust me, with your secrets and all that stuff. And Tariq said, have you read the book Invisible Man? You should know that you can't trust nobody. Okay, so that's what it was. And of course, Jabari felt a little sting from that. And I'm like, boy, if you don't get up out of here and calm yourself down. Meanwhile, Two Bit is over there at Spanky's mama's house, okay? Going over there, played by Lunell, the comedian Lunell. I said, look at Lunell. All right. See, I'm loving Power for the fact that they getting like B character, B actors, and giving regular folks chances to be in the show or whatever. You got light skinned Keisha, now you got Lunell, who should be bigger than what she is, But that's another story for another day. Cause Mama is truly a comedian, okay? But she plays Spank's mom, and basically trying to say how you get out of jail because I thought you was in jail for some stuff or whatever. And the last time somebody got out of jail early, they called, it was talking about Spank, and they called him a snitch or whatever because that's how he got out so early. Of course, Two Bit tried to make it seem like the white folks messed up the paperwork or whatever, and if anybody gonna call Two Bits Spanky a snitch, he took care of him and all that shit, and you forever in my debt, or I'm forever in your day, you gonna be okay, gave her some money or whatever, had her crying on him and all this stuff. And I'm sitting here like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Did you notice when he walked away, he had a smirk on his face? Did you notice that? How dare you? You the one that killed her son and she don't know. Okay, and you're acting like you're gonna be there for her and be the one that take up for her and all this stuff. I said this is some messed up mess. Okay. Meanwhile, you got Zeke. He coming up in there to Professor Milgram, or I should say Carrie, to him, her office hours or whatever, trying to get some, you know, reassurance and some comfort about what's going on with the game that's coming. And he just wanted, the scouts gonna be there, he just want to be good because he want to make it to the league to stop his family from working and all this stuff and take care of them, and I'ma call you and all this stuff. And girl, I don't even care about that. Meanwhile, Tariq runs into Lauren's parents, okay, and they was like, you want to go to lunch? Sure, cool. Lauren's mom, she needs to get beat up by light skinned Keisha mama, okay? Because that bitch, she just, I just can't stand it because she literally gonna say, oh, Tariq, so you mean to tell me that they couldn't let your mom out for a release for the weekend just to come here? I said, bitch, you fucking tried it. She know what's going on with his mom, that she's in jail, and she threw that in as a dig. I just didn't understand why she had to say that, and I just really wasn't here for it, And Tariq played it cool and was like, my mom about to get out permanently, so don't even worry about that. But I see y'all at lunch. So, he had to go get something out of his dorm room. Lauren follows him, and she trying to figure out what was up with the weekend, what happened with their last interaction. And as they was in the midst of talking, he was like, you just broke up with Malcolm, just making up a fake excuse because he had blood on his shirt. Remember the last time? And who comes to the door? Motherfucking Effie. Effie comes to the door. Of course, Lauren thinks that this is the reason why he couldn't do what she wanted him to do and get down with her, the last time. She leaves out talking about something, she not even worth it. Effie wasn't even phased. Girl, Tariq trying to figure out what's going on, why you up here. And she was like, it's homecoming weekend. It's a whole bunch of money to be made. I brought some product down here, and we can do this whole thing and split it 50-50. I just need to know how to get through the stuff. I'm sitting here like, Tariq, you better jump on it. But then again, I don't trust Effie, so he was cautious. He kind of turned her down. I said, play that shit by ear, Tariq. You do need some more product, but is it worth it to get in business with Effie? So, you got Lauren on the campus with her parents or whatever. They still trying to convince her to get back with Malcolm. She ain't trying to have it, okay? And the dad talk about something, I'm still going golfing with him. I said, get your bougie ass up out of here, okay? Meanwhile, Too Big is up there. And I'm sitting here like, what is going on? Why is Too Big here? Baby, he rolled up on them asking where the freshman dorms at. And of course, Lauren had to be like, you too young to look like somebody cousin, family or whatever, parent or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, get about his business. This is not what you want. But he was like, I'm not nobody parent. I'm Tariq's cousin. And she was like, okay, well, the dorms is over here. But he might be busy up in there. Never too busy for me. And so he goes to Tariq's dorm. He thinking it's Effie after he done told Effie, no, I'm not going to be able to work with you because I'm out the game right now. Okay, that's not it. Of course, Two Bits come in and he hems him up with a gun and basically was like, you owe me money. And he was like, what are you talking about? First of all, Tariq didn't really know him, and he was like, "Well, your daddy had arrangement with me, and just because he gone, now that debt transfers to you. So you owe me $24,000 by the end of tomorrow, okay?" And I'm sitting here like, "Wait a minute, Two Bit, what's going on?" Two Bit said, "I'm gonna get this money one way or another, okay?" So now Tariq is scared. He don't know where to get the money from. He talking to Tasha on the phone. He was asking her, "Is there any more safe box around, that got money laying around or whatever?" And she was like, "If there was, don't you think I would have told you that?" But he also, comes to the conclusion that his only option is to go back to Effie. Okay? Go to Effie, work with her, sell the cocaine that she want to sell or whatever on the campus, and, get that 50-50. And, he asked Tasha, how do you work with somebody that you don't really trust? And, how do you do something like that? And she was like, when I was with Ghost and he cheated on me and cheated on all of us, and I had to work with him, what I had to do was make him trust me, because he lost my trust, but I had to make him trust me. So that's what you have to do. Make her trust you, okay? He ain't give her all the detail, but whoever the situation is, make them trust you. That's what it was, okay? So what wound up happening with that is Effie get called back over, and he has a little conversation with her, basically trying to make it seem like he in dire straits, okay, and he needs to get this money for his mother's lawyer, whatever, because Effie was like, just a few minutes ago, just a few moments ago, whatever, you just told me that you was out the game. Now you want me back? Like, what's really good? Now, I don't trust Effie not one bit, but I do think that she really did like Tariq, okay? But at this point in time, Tariq is slowly, because Tariq has that type of ability to manipulate a situation to his favor, and that is exactly what he did. He got that girl to let him in, okay, to the point where they finna have sex, okay. All right, he pulled up his shirt or whatever, she see his gun, and he was like, "I ain't mean for you to see that." And then she was like, "It's cool." She pulled out her little gun too, and then put the gun up in the drawer, get the condom, and they get down with the get down. I said, Tariq really got options up in this bitch, okay. He really got options, all right. He got Lauren, he got Diane, and he got Effie. Okay, that's three right there. Who else you got, Tariq? And Tariq is only 18. He just turned 18. God damn. All right. Meanwhile, we got Jabari's ass. Jabari meets up with his publisher dude, his agent or whatever, at the publishing house that he's with. And whatever papers that he turned in, it was about some drug dealing stuff and shit like that. Somewhat like Tariq's life, okay? And I don't know if he got that from Tariq's life or if he just started that off the dome. I don't know at this point, but it's a little fishy. And then the agent is like, people at the publishing company, they love it. They eating it up. They want to know how it ends and all this stuff. And he was like, "I don't know yet, but I'm going to give it to you, okay?" And he was like, "Well, you need to hurry up and get that done." So at this point, he's following Tariq. Okay, because Tariq is about to go get a re-up from Drew. He is following Tariq, and he thinks Tariq is going to meet up with Carrie. All right, because he's reading the paper. Earlier, he was reading the paper that Tariq had previously gave to him about the love interest and power and all this stuff. And in the paper, it's talking about how this particular person, she convinced him to go to the school, convinced him to get into canonical studies, and to convince him to do this and do that. And so of course he's getting pissed. He's getting so pissed that he breaks the pencil because he thinks that Tariq is talking about Professor Milgram. Bitch, he ain't talking about that hoe, okay? You the only one that's sweating that bitch. Hell, Zeke ain't even sweating that. Well, he kind of is. But besides Zeke, you the only one that's sweating that bitch, okay? Like, you need to calm down. He is irritating me. Like, he needs to die. He needs to die at this point because he's doing too much and he gonna get himself trapped up and he's getting in too deep because he winds up following Tariq as he's going to uh get a re-up from Drew. Drew had him meet him all the way in the Bronx or whatever to get at a motel and to get the re-up, and Jabari was watching him. And at one point, he had texted Carrie to see if Carrie was gonna meet up with him, and he was like, Carrie. He asked Carrie to meet up with Jabari. And then Carrie texted him back and said, I can't, I'm meeting up with a student. Okay, so he automatically think that it's Tariq. So he continues to follow Tariq to this motel where it's Drew at. Mind you, I'm saying, like, how loud is Tariq and Drew talking that he can hear them say Tariq called Drew his name and talk about how much is in that and seeing them exchange book bags. And he's writing all this stuff down and he's about to text Carrie to be careful, and at this point he gets a message from his agent saying that they love it and they need new pages. Okay, and at this point he deletes the text before he sends it out to Carrie. I'm sitting here like, listen, he gonna get himself killed, and at this point I don't even care because he needs it, because he's getting on my goddamn nerves. So, Effie, first of all, Tariq, shout out to Alvin from I can't remember his name. Shout out to Alvin from the Cosby Show, because he was playing the guy that was ahead of over the trust and the will and the money of Ghost, because Tariq did try to go to him and try to get a little advancement, but he shut him down on that when he was like, sorry, can't help you. This basically was a waste of time. But anyway, Effie on campus now, and she's selling because she go to Yale, and so that's the reason why she's up there, because it's Yale versus Stanfield, and now that Tariq then got her little trust by breaking her off a little something, okay? So now she think they like somewhat together. I don't know if she really think it, but she liking what she doing, and now he's in on it. He's telling her all about the different people that's on the campus, people with their students, people with their parents, and how some parents are this and some parents are that, and which ones to target, how to maneuver around, and she winds up selling a whole bunch of stuff, okay? Meanwhile, we see Effie in work, okay? She gets this one particular dude. We see her do what she gotta do. They come to find out they made like 25. They made like what? Almost $50,000. No, they made $50,000. I said what? Because they were selling cocaine, okay? And Tariq and Braden, they sell pill and weed, okay? That's what they sell, pills and weed. Now Braden, he was at brunch with his family, and his father needs to be in jail at this point. You can't tell me it's not a sexual assault case or 4 or 5 or 10 against him, okay? Mama had to remind him that we are still in the age of the Me Too era. And he was like, baby, if you was getting me some stuff, I wouldn't have to be looking at nobody else to get it from anybody else at the office or whatever. I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, what? Okay, first of all, the dad is a dog, okay? He's encouraging the behavior of, fucking around with a whole bunch of women. And that's what, Trace got from him. And Trace over there, he's so coked out his mind, his nose bleeding and stuff like that. The sister coked out her mind. Braden is trying to understand, where are y'all getting these drugs from, okay? Because he's thinking somebody else is coming in and encroaching on our territory and taking our stuff, okay? So he has to go to Tariq and ask him about it. He pissed off about it, and because he don't want them to be scooped out and somebody to come and take up their spot. This is our territory. Ain't no outsiders coming in, okay? Tariq had to calm him down and tell him, listen, that don't affect us, okay? That's what happens when people sell cocaine. We are not selling cocaine. We are selling weed and pills. And the only reason why he's doing that because he's with Effie. And even Braden brought up Effie, like, is she up here? If she was up here, she would have reached out to us and all this stuff and woo woo woo, trying to calm him down. And so it's time for the game. Zeke runs into Professor Milgram and trying to say, I took your advice or whatever, woo woo woo, I'm good. Then here comes Monet. And it was like, Monet, this my auntie Monet right here. She was like, is this one of your professors that put you on probation? She was like, no, not her. Okay. She was like, your nephew is really good and woo woo woo. And she was like, well, let me get back to what I need to do. Girl, the way Monet looked at her like, I said, Monet, keep looking at her like that. Now, see, Monet be side-eyeing everybody, but baby, this one right here, you can side-eye her because something about her ain't right, and we already know she ain't on the up and up, okay? Mama got problems, okay? She after these young kids, But anyway, so Monet winds up giving Zeke a watch and, saying that he deserves it. He was like, I haven't even done nothing yet. She was like, yes, you have, because the scouts are here for you. Okay, just do what you got to do. So meanwhile, before they get there, we get Kane. He's with the leader of the GTG crew or whatever, talking to this other dude that's part of the GTG crew, the one that Monet tried to shut down earlier, that was being too much and putting stuff on Facebook and Instagram Live and all that stuff, you know, trying to shut them down with that, trying to tell them the reason why we need you to kill Tariq is because he come in encroaching on our territory, taking our stuff or whatever. And I'm saying, what? Got the dude dressed up all up in the Stansfield colors, making it seem like he a fan or whatever, so that when he get up there to the homecoming gang, get Tariq along and kill him. The flaw in this plan is you have on, you are supposed to blend in. Okay, I said these niggas are so dumb. As soon as I saw his sneakers, I said Tariq gonna pick up on that. All right, you are trying to blend in and try to make yourself unnoticeable to this guy, because there's multiple people that probably got face paints on. And then again, you ain't even need to put all that on there to make it seem like they did too much putting the face paint on, because I didn't even see that many people that had the face paint on, okay, other school colors. You know, you could have just put the sweatshirt on that had the school, you know, logo and all that on there, and some regular pair of jeans and some white or black sneakers, white or brown shoes, okay? That's what you could have did, some neutral color shoes. This motherfucker got his face painted all the way, one half white, one half blue, and then got on some neon green fucking shoes. I said, oh my goodness. Tariq peeped that as soon as he came into the door, okay? As soon as he came into the building, he peeped that. He saw them sneakers and was like, all right. Mind you, dude was just standing there looking. You're so fucking obvious. I said, these niggas are stupid. Bitch, that's why he was just the bait. He was the bait and the one that was going to go down for this, because he was just dumb. And of course, you know, Tariq goes over there. Mind you, Kane is there. Drew is there. Everybody's there to support Zeke. They looking at Zeke on the court like, what's up? Drew looking at his boo on the court like, what's up? Tariq come over there, you know, trying to say what's up to everybody. He get a text from 2Bit talking about he about to be there. And he was like, I'm at the entrance. He said, I'm gonna go get something from the concession stand. Meanwhile, old boy that's supposed to take him out standing over there. So he see him moving. They see him. He started chasing him throughout the goddamn building, because Tariq had told 2Bit to come to the pool area. And he tried to kill him. 2Bit came through and took the pole that Tariq tried to hit him with and killed that ass. Okay, knocked him in the head and then drowned him in the pool. All right. And Tariq gave him his money, and 2Bit was like, no, it's more. I need like another 25, 50 bands. I said, wait a minute. He said, bitch, I just killed this nigga for you. Okay, that's what it was. And I said, well, you know, since you put it that way, I guess. Now he had to tell Tariq dumbass to freaking wipe down all the shit. Okay, mind you, his phone was going off. Old boy's phone was going off. And he was like, they was trying to kill me. They asked me if I was dead yet. And so 2Bit sent the picture of old boy drowning up in the pool and said, yep, he dead. You know, and then pushed him up in the pool. I said, this shit is getting crazy. Okay? And then you got Jabari ass on top of that, still up here looking up stuff on Tariq and the St. Patrick family and Angela fucking ass. And I'm just sitting here like, you gonna get yourself killed. Keep going. Get yourself killed, because we're tired of you. Because I know I am. That man just, he just irks me. So Tariq comes back to the stand, right? You know, to the game. And Kane is looking confused, like, wait a minute. He thinking that Tariq was about to get got. And so at this point, Tariq sit down, told him that, you know, they ain't had what you asked for, whatever. And so later, Kane gets a text message on their text message that 2Bit sent out to him. And then, you know, next thing you know, in real time, another text message came in saying that I'm gonna fuck you up when I find you, whoever this is or whatever. Okay? And so Kane leaves out and he gets on the phone and he calls the boy's phone. I think Tariq still had his phone. Tariq had his phone. Or somebody, either way. Yeah, because Tariq answered the phone when Kane answered it, and now Tariq knows that it was Kane that set him up, because he heard him say, you know, whoever this is, I'm going to find you and I'm going to fuck you up or whatever. So he pissed off, Am I correct? I thought Two Bit had the phone, but it seemed like Tariq had the phone. Either way, y'all will put it down in the comments. Anyway, um, so that's what was going on. And so he took his other phone and he had to text Effie because he told Effie that, they can kick it later that day after the game or whatever. And he had to say, sorry, I won't be able to link up with you. Okay. She gets in her feelings, say fuck you to him and all this shit, runs into Braden and then blows up the spot, especially when his sister come through, and she realizes, now mind you, Tariq then already told Brayden that Effie didn't have any contact with him. She would have had contact with him and them if she was up there to sell something or whatever. And, kind of find out she already did. And so once again, Tariq is lying to Brayden and it is coming out because his spot keeps getting blown up. Brayden's sister come up there, recognize Effie, asking Effie, do she got some more stuff? Effie gonna say, why don't you ask your brother's best friend or whatever? Cause he the one that was doing it with me. Okay. So at this point, Brayden is pissed. Braid is pissed. Like, Tariq was in on this. I said, oh my goodness, Tariq can't win for losing at this point. People trying to kill him, people blowing up his spot, his supply is low. It's just a mess right now. Mama's still up in jail. We don't even know if Tasha gonna get out by the end of this season, okay? Tasha probably gonna, if Tasha is still in jail, season 2, girl, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. Meanwhile, Zeke and them, they won the game. They going to the club to celebrate. You got Zeke, a couple of teammates, plus, is his name Edward? Drew Boo, okay? And so, Drew blowing up his phone, he denying the phone, okay? Denying the call. And, they looking for girls. They drinking alcohol. These two girls come up there, trying to hit on Zeke and them. Zeke was like, nah, you ain't see me on TV. You see my roommates. I mean, my teammates or whatever. And so he goes off with them and they was like, go ahead. Drew was being hesitant and they was like, go ahead, Drew. You notice how they put light skin with light skin, dark skin with dark skin? Okay, I feel it. They was like, go ahead, Drew. They had to convince him because, Drew is in the closet. And he was like, they was like, you ain't getting none this whole season, so go ahead and go with her. So he finally gets up and go with her. I said, if you trying to hide, go ahead and do what you got to do, okay? Suck it up. Quit making it so obvious. You mean your nigga ain't in here. Mind you, Drew had called Zeke, okay, trying to see where they were. All right. And so Zeke told him, come down to the club. So, of course, Drew do pop up. And when Drew pops up, he sees his boo dancing with old girl. They have to go outside to have a conversation. My family ain't like your family or whatever. I'm still hiding, guessing, blue, blue, blue. I said, Drew, you knew this what was going on. So why are you acting like this? You knew the boy was in the closet. So, he's getting on my nerves. He's getting on my nerves, all right? So they come to some little conclusion, whatever, it's good. Meanwhile, they getting ready to go back out, finally leave the club, and they waiting on the Uber and all that stuff, but it doesn't come, and so they running off the alcohol or whatever, and then here come old boy from GTG, okay, Lil Guapo or whatever the fuck his name is, Lil Goop or whatever. He attacked Zeke, had his boys hem up the other two boys, and he was about to blow Zeke kneecap off. I looked at that kneecap, baby, after somebody that had an injury in that area, girl, every time I see somebody finna get their shit fucked up, it makes me cringe so bad. And I was just sitting here like this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, please don't, please don't, please don't. Please don't, please don't, please don't. I was just like, oh no, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, Drew comes up with his boo. We get a little backstory on his boo. His daddy didn't come because his daddy wanted him to go to Yale, so he probably rooted against him, whatever. And so they see what's going on. And so he was like, we ain't had nothing to do with this or whatever. You coming out the game, well, we can let you back in and all this stuff. At this point, Drew was trying to hide, and this what messed it up. Drew was trying to hide who he was from what the family does from his boo. Zeke knows absolutely nothing. Monet wanted Zeke not to know nothing. Remember when they put Tariq up in the game, they and found out that Tariq was Zeke's tutor, and she said, get out of Zeke's room because I don't want him to know anything that's going on this side of the family, okay, with this business, the drug game. Didn't want him involved in any type of way. That was the main reason of getting Tariq from rooming with him. Zeke knows absolutely nothing, okay? So now he does, because old boy then put it out there that he's pissed off at Kane because he was supposed to kill Tariq, but his boy got killed and all this stuff. All that wasted potential was gone. And he was like, Drew was like, don't do nothing to Zeke. Do it to me, okay? And he calls him the F word. I'm not going to say it. And that set Drew off at this point, and just kind of confirmed that they in this game, this drug game, okay? And so he was about to shoot Zeke knee off, but Drew came up, pushed him away, and beat his face in, okay, and was about to kill him until they told him to stop. I think Zeke or one of them told him to stop. And so at this point, his boys pulled Lil Guap up, okay, and they ran off. And then Zeke didn't even want any dealers with Drew at that point. And I'm sitting here looking like, oh my God, this is all Kane's fault. He is off the rail. We gotta put him down, okay? We gotta put him down because he is acting like a rabies dog right now, okay? And I hate to compare black men to dogs like that, but that is how he is acting. He is off the tracks, okay, right about now. He is getting everybody in fucking danger because he in his feelings. God damn it, Kane. Child, of course, Monet once again is pissed off at Drew, all right, because she don't know the full story. She thinking that Drew is the one that basically put Zeke into this trouble or whatever. But he trying to cover up the situation. That's what he trying to do, okay? Because she don't want Zeke to know anything about this because she like, he is our ticket out. That's why she's pushing so hard for Zeke to stay focused on basketball and not get caught up in this drug thing or for him to be blinded by the drug stuff. Because, if this drug stuff don't work out, the way that we gonna get the family out of this mess, out of the hood and all this stuff is through Zeke and his basketball career and all that stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, y'all just using the family. It ain't even love at this point. It's just, let's get out of our city. It's all about self. That's what it seemed like. And so, of course, Drew got to make this situation right. He go find Kane or whatever over at old girl's house. And, of course, Kane reveals to him that, Monet is the one that did all this stuff, set the wheels in motion by, having the dad beat his ass or whatever. And, of course, Drew didn't know anything about this, okay? But even if you get into it with Monet did not tell you to go off the rails like this. You took it upon yourself to do this. And, therefore, somebody that was innocent, truly innocent in this whole thing almost got touched. Like, for real, you almost got your cousin killed or injured, and it would have messed up the whole thing, So Drew is like, you don't have to, Monet don't have to know about it. But Monet is smart, okay? Monet is smart at this point because she knows what it is. Drew was going to try to take the fall for Kane and let him, do what he got to do to fix the situation by going and taking the GTG out, Lil Guap in them. But before he can do that, Tariq had called Tasha and told Tasha that somebody is out to kill him. He don't know what's going on, but somebody is out to kill him. So of course Tasha texts Tejada up in jail and Lorenzo, and he was like, bitch, first of all, you got this fucked up. You don't reach out to me and think that I'm just gonna answer the phone. And I'm sitting here like, but you just did because you're on the phone now. But that's neither here nor there. And she was like, so you really think that you the boss? Who the fuck told you to go ahead and put a hit out on my son? Okay. And she was like, what are you talking about? So now, of course, Lorenzo got to call Monet and settle this whole thing. So when Drew comes in, we get the tail end of the conversation. Them saying basically all this talking to what's his name, Kane, is not doing nothing. We got to do something about this. And now she knows that Drew was trying to take up for Kane and gave him the power to go and take care of that situation. And she said after he take care of this little situation with GTG, basically this gonna be his last thing for the family. I said, oh no. So what y'all finna do? Y'all finna kill that boy or disable him? Which one it is, okay? Because he is still family, but sometimes you gotta put family down. I'm just saying in this drug game, okay? It gets real grimy and it gets real, gutter like that. And so at this point, we see Kane going out there. He take out the 3 GTG people, lead Guap, and I'm sitting here like it's almost reminiscent to when they was Tommy and Ghost was about to take out Sax, but then Ghost was like, no, cause he gonna use Sax. And I'm sitting here like, what? Take that nigga out. Lil Guap was talking all that shit. He was about to come and take out Kane and everything. And now he talking about something, no, chill, bro, chill, bro. And Kane talking about something, I want half of everything that you got, whether it's drugs, money, whatever. I want half of it, okay? And then punch him in the nose and all that shit. I said, you ain't even gonna fucking injure the nigga. Like, shoot him in the knee, okay? Disable his ass so he can learn if you're not gonna kill him. I said, this ain't gonna work, Kane. This ain't gonna work. What is going on? Like, it's too many loose stuff, okay? And so at this point, I'm sitting here like, no, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. Kane got to go at this point. I'm sorry. And I actually like Kane. I probably was one of the few that like Kane because he was just so gutted and so gritty. But, he's fucking it up for everybody at this point. Kane got to go. He got to go. So, what's his name? Zeke then came over there to Professor Milgram's house. She was like, no, we're not supposed to be doing this. What is going on? But she see how he in distress. Zeke is stressed out. He like, listen, I don't know about this shit, okay? So she let him in. He looked like something was going on. Next thing you know, Kane go back over there to the house. Diana at the door and basically told him, I'm sorry. First of all, Diana looked older than what she is. She probably like 20-something, could be 30, trying to play a 17-year-old or whatever. You know how they do up in Hollywood. But basically told his ass, listen, Mama said you gone, okay? You got kicked out after the shit that you pulled trying to kill Tariq. She knows about it, and then getting Zeke involved just so happened, you got kicked out, niggas looking for you, whatever, so you ain't got our protection no more. Of course, it hurt Diana to do that. She gave him some money, and, gave him some money and she told him to go out of town. I don't know why that scene, especially when he walked down the steps and then Monet was looking down out the window and then she closed the window, the curtains or whatever. It reminded me of Baby Boy for some reason when they got into that fight and then Jody was like, so you kicking me out? You kicking me out? And then when she was looking down on him, all I could hear was, if I get killed out here in these streets, it's your fault. That's all that I can hear. Okay, tell me I wasn't the only one. All right, but y'all can see it, right? That's what it was all giving me, Baby Boy tease. I said, Kane, your jealousy. He was jealous of Tariq. He felt like he was being pushed out. And truth be told, I don't feel he was being pushed out. He just was being overly zealous. He was being anxious. He could not wait. And he thought it was his turn, but it wasn't. It wasn't nobody's turn. They was just looking for different avenues to do shit the smart way. Okay? And he just couldn't see that. And so his jealousy and his insecurity got him pushed out. You did this to yourself. Okay? So now Tariq comes over there trying to see what's up with Braden. Braden pissed off at him because he lied about Effie and said basically this deal that we got going on, this partnership we got going on, it's over and it's done with. And I said, ain't that about a bitch? But we kind of figured that was gonna happen because he in his little feels. And so at this point, he also gets a message or whatever. He wanted to meet up with Monet, or Monet wanted to meet up with him, and he decided to do it in an open place so that she won't try to kill him. And she was like, I didn't try to do that. Kane went off the rails and did that on his own, but we took care of him. I kicked him out the family or whatever. And he was like, but still, that's your blood. It was like, I found out what happened because your mama reached out to Lorenzo and on your behalf, and she was like, I didn't ask her to do that because Tasha said if something happened to my son, I found a way to kill your ass. That's what she said. I said, oh, y'all doing a lot of threats on here and ain't no action being taken place. Okay. But Monet said, I understand it because that's a mother, and I'm a mother too. You do what you got to do to protect your child. And at this point, she assures him that she had nothing to do with Kane. Kane is out the family. I understand if you don't trust me, and I would feel the same way if I was in your predicament, but it's all to the good at this point. And then she said, listen, if you just so happen by chance come across Kane and he try to come at you or whatever, and you try to and you trying to protect yourself and you kill his ass, that's what winds up happening. You kill his ass. But if I find out that you know, you out here and you literally seeking out Kane to kill him, then I'm gonna kill your ass. I said, y'all putting out a lot of threats. Y'all putting out a lot of threats. But Tariq ain't on that, you know. He trying to get this money or whatever so he can pay the lawyer and get everything straight. And so he was like, cool, we good. Okay, that's all that it is. We good. Meanwhile, Jabari up in his office. See, Jabari has to die. Jabari overheard Tariq and Drew talking about course correct. Know that Drew's name is Drew, about some other shit. I said, how loud was they talking? They heard all this from all the way over there. I am confused. It was just like when Sax recorded Tariq. How loud was he talking that the phone picked up on that? And y'all be talking about some, well, only a couple of y'all be talking about some, I can't hear what you saying. And I'm like, they recorded that shit on the fucking iPhone, okay? Like, what the fuck, bitch? But anyway, listen. At this point, Jabari downloads course correct because he on chapter 9. Last week he was on chapter 6. He on chapter 9 now. Okay? And I said Jabari gotta die. At this point, Jabari has to die. But anyway, that was Ghost. Power Book 2 Ghost. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I will see you guys later on tonight for the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Real Housewives of Potomac Reunion Part 2. All right? And we're gonna have some fun. Okay? I'll see y'all later. Peace.